We're back here with more Bubba Is You, where we just got this flag that we can smash open doors with. Now we can't get through the water. Okay, so clearly we're not going that way, and it's not the way that the numbers would suggest we go anyway. But we pulled some thinking, some solves, and got through that door. And now if we could just get this cursor back. Oh, how am I gonna get it back onto the Bubba? Hang on. This is gonna be weird. Oh, like this. That's why that little indent is there. Perfect. We can go over to stage 7. We also can start messing with these words if we so desired. We could change it to be that ghost is open. How about that? That would be exciting. But probably we better not do that until we know what we want to do with them. I guess we'd have to make something else U to carry the cursor along if we were going to go this way, because we would have to break Baba this way. Ghost and Baba is U this way. Doesn't matter right now. We're moving on to stage 7, Bramblevine, level meta 7. Oh, it already looks fairly complex and thinky. Somehow just seeing all this area, and it looks like we're gonna do some fall stuff. Yep, there's some fall going on. This like instantly tripped some memories of like the space stage or something. I don't know what, but I got like an eerie feeling just as soon as I saw the screen, and I'm gonna chill down my spine and everything. Me is fall, Baba is us, rock is push, belt is shift, door is defeat, hedge is defeat, hedge is stop, flag is win, hedge near Baba is more. That's an interesting one. Door is shut, wall is stop, me is open. Do we have any hedges? I don't see any. Plus here is grass, and this is what just a singular hedge looks like. No, this is a hedge. Oh, okay. Oh, so we're gonna be able to like try to make a platform. But if we do is more, it's also defeat. Okay, so, wait, what? Oh, okay, I have to do it from the corner here and then like flee away from it. But at this point, it's always going to be behind me, right? Oh no, if I get away from it, like by going in a direction that does not put me in one diagonal of it, then it's like this would put me in a diagonal, so it'll grow again, and I can't get away now. But going around a tight corner like this, you can get away from it. Okay, interesting. I don't know why I want that just yet. I mean, presumably to make some kind of floor. So me is fall. It's also open. Is it push? Oh wait, okay. We can if we do. Oh, okay. So I have to do all this, get through, and then it'll go through here and. It's also open, so it'll go. The idea is to make a road for it, essentially, like a path for it to follow, so that when I go escape... I guess if I go through this conveyor belt, I escape from the hedges, huh? I'm sorry, like a... I can't get to the right from there. Okay, wait, hang on. Oh, that's what the rock is about. Okay, so the rocks are there to give you a safe space where it won't grow in a certain... sort of direction, I guess. Like, if we did something like this, then we can be sure it's only going to grow just behind me. Oh, no. Okay, so like here. Just as a start, we can do this now and no. Well, hang on. How would that work? That's the ball game anyway, is the point. I was trying to just do like a haphazard way to demonstrate, but we're trying to leave the hedge behind us in a way that creates a path for me to follow without killing the Baba, obviously, in that process. And then we escape into this, which will, because it carries us 2 away, will carry us outside of the hedge's reach. And then we do this, and then the me walks along the path of hedges we've created, goes here, and opens the door for us. Oh, the door is also shut, is also defeat. Interesting, I wonder why they wouldn't just make it stop. Probably doesn't matter. Maybe. Anyway, but this is one of those ones where we're not changing the rules very much. We can change rock as push. Oh, that's okay. So I guess the idea, we might want to do something like this so that we can get through it, but the hedge won't grow there. So if I do something like this and escape, it doesn't grow one more as I leave kind of thing and mess us up. But I do think, okay, so let's just step through it one at a time. If I'm doing this, okay, so first of all, if I start from down here, I lose. There's no way to escape. If I'm doing this, then I can turn the corner here, but then the hedge stops. And if I go back for it like this, I die. If I go back for it like this, I can't get out because then it's all blocked off like this. So the first hurdle is how do we get around this corner without the hedge stopping growing by turning too early like this, and without walling us in. So what I'm pretty sure doesn't happen is we never go further left than its leftmost point, at least at this juncture, because then you get boxed like this, and you can't return to the right in any way. Unless you did something like this, in which case it defeats the purpose, because then all I've done is extend that wall, and the same problem is here. So just trying things, this kind of action, Is it worth anything? Oh, I could... Well, if I push it, that happens. Okay, so the question is, how do I be in one of the 8 adjoining squares? Up has to be... So up has to be free, and I can't be standing there. So it would have to be like... There would have to be 2 rocks here making a dent? Like this? Oh, well, I've blocked this one out. Sorry. So, like... This? Wait, and why did I think that? I'm not sure. Oh, and because that just stopped, I can't push the rock through it. Okay, I don't know. I don't know why I'm thinking what I'm thinking. Let's just start back from here. I know it has to be here because this kills you and this doesn't work. Oh, unless you're meant to. Okay, maybe that. I guess that could work if you did something like this. Just like here, testing it out here, because then we get this, and I can grow it around the corner like that. No, that's the same problem occurs then. Like, so I can only ever approach it from a diagonal, right? If I ever approach it from a cardinal direction, I die. But a crucial point is that... Okay, hang on. This is maybe not the right way to do it, but just to exemplify my thought process here, I can be near the hedge without being in danger if I do something like this. Oh, no, I see, sorry. The hedge near Baba is more, but that's only this one. I was thinking it would then expand every hedge that was near Baba, but of course these 2 would have been filled in long ago if that was the case. So I actually do have to be near a diagonal that is open. So really what we want to block off is what? Okay, with the way it sounds to me, just get those rocks out of the way, is when I get as far as here, I need... Oh, if I had like rock... What needs to happen here? I need to be able to access the diagonal of one that can grow without... So that it grows in the cardinal directions, because that's how it grows, without it catching me up. So like here, but then how do I get away? Oh, like that. Oh, because I'm not near when I do this. Oh, okay. So it's like that. So I didn't need the rock here, did I? Or was that helping? Because it didn't grow in the diagonal. So it's cool to do this. Oh no, it's okay. That's why I couldn't do that. Okay, right. So it was putting the rock where I just had it was correct, or at least it helped in this case. Was it there I had it? No, it was here. So I can do this and escape that way. I can't retrieve that rock now, of course, without going in the danger zone. But I can grow this now by hitting this diagonal and this sort of thing. So this is how we're going to leave, is with a pattern like this. So it just needs to get a little higher before I go all the way to the right. So at the moment, it doesn't seem like we need these 2 rocks, but it's probably just because I don't understand how this is built. What really needs to happen is it gets up, like, here. Okay, not like that. And then, okay, I see the problem here. So maybe it's as simple as what I was just doing, but then this, and rock is no longer push. So we get it growing out like here, and then we do this, and then I go through the rock, and... Oh, okay, sorry. I thought it wouldn't grow through if there was anything there, but it does have to have like a solidity to it. So we don't want to break rock as push? Or we want to break it only as we leave or something weird like that? So what if we did this and this? Oh, sorry, it has to be all the way. So like this, and then escape this way. And then, oh, I can't go back down now. I see the problem with that. I have to genuinely like leave this way at this point. But if now the problem is the rock is blocking things off. So even if I were to do something like have rock is push here by having pushed this rock onto or having pushed the is onto the rock to complete the statement. If I break rock is push here, then this thing just grows here. So it's more that I can't. Well, but then why are they giving me the rock is push words if I'm not supposed to break it at some point? It seems like I wanted to do something like this, but then I can't get back if I do this particular thing. And what is with this little notch here? I guess there's a lot I don't understand. Doing it this way, you push the rock along and then you're stuck there. So there can't be anything in between you and this conveyor belt, at least nothing solid. I think I used the first rock correctly. Okay, the fact that there's this little notch here maybe means I'm supposed to... I don't know what I was doing all this. Grow here and then... I know I have to be doing by diagonals then, so it's like this only. So what is with this little notch here? When do you use that? Okay, so I have 2 rocks, 2 things I can use to block stuff off with. At the moment, the problem is several. There are several problems. The problem is Legion. Just getting the rocks out of the way. I just need to visualize and think about this a bit. Even though visualization is not one of my stronger suits. I'm gonna say ignore this little notch for now. Maybe it's just to make it more aesthetic. I don't think I'm... It's weird. Am I using the rock as push? Okay, the thing that I'm lost with is if rock as push is available, I assume that means I have to break it at some point, so that I'm placing these rocks so that the hedge doesn't go there, but then later on I'm making it so that's not a thing. The only reason I would want to make them not solid after I'm gone is if they were in the path of the me. I would have to break it basically as I leave because, well, unless it was just to stop. It's complicated, but also I can use the text for the same purpose as the rocks. It's good to note. Since the hedge grows through the rocks, that as long as they are not solid, if I'm placing them there as a gate for the hedge, it's only for the first time we pass through that. It's not that I want them to also be the platform for the me. No, that doesn't make sense what I just said. What I'm trying to communicate is I can't think of a sensible way to break rock's push as I would leave, if that's what I would want. And I assume I want that because of the fact that we have access to it. Like something like this. I guess that doesn't not work. Well, no, but then the text is in the way of me. So it can't be like this. And naturally, it also cannot be like this because then to break it and get through it and have to block it off. So let me just ditch the idea entirely that I have to break rock's push. Maybe that's not true at all. So the trouble with doing this kind of thing, well, I guess it's fine if it's a little higher up on this side. If we do this kind of thing and escape this way... Oh, well, the rocks, sorry, I meant to have those rocks lower. Oh, okay, well that still just poses a problem. Even if they're part of the floor that the me is going to walk on, if I do this, the whole thing is too low. So I guess maybe it's more like... There's one, I don't know why it would be like this, but there's one here and then the one... It's what my brain wants me to say, but I can't think of like a logical reason why it should be this way. Well, no, that's the same problem with this rock over here. Sorry. If we're doing this and I go over it, the hedge is too tall here. If I do this without the rock being here, then it grows to my left as well, and that's not good. So is it something more like I have to get to one of these escape points where I can like I don't know how to explain it succinctly, but get to one of these escape points where my left side is covered so I can just go at a straight cardinal direction away, but well, if, with a certain setup you could maybe even just make the bridge with these, huh? Okay, wait, why is it this shape, precisely? Oh no, I can't have it like this, because then I can't get back. So I was thinking, what if it was like, I see a problem with this, is that it's not going to go high enough, but if I did something like this and then did an escape here, so that I could still get back to here, right? That must be why you have rock's push available to you, so that you can use them as extra rocks. I just don't know how yet. Because in a situation like this, if this were the only space where there was a gap, we could push something in there, and then we're not touching the hedge, and then do that. So we can, with these artifacts we have, comprise a gap of, fill a gap of that is 5 wide. If we do the setups that we have room here to go back and do all that. And of course, once we go through here, we can't like go back to fix it. So whatever, we're gonna have it set up such that me is going across. However comes to pass. It comes to pass before we go into the belt, or go through the belt, across the belt. And this right here is why I thought we needed the rocks here and here, because that lets us have the wide gap here. Okay, but if we do it here and here, I see that I can't go through that, obviously. Having one here does feel right. So if we were able to get this rock out of the way now, or otherwise have it not be a problem, it would be fine. As it stands, though, it jumps on here, then jumps down, and then pushes the rock in a bad way. And if I were to try and do this and then go, we can't do that. Which is why I was asking, what if I'm just one lower and then I fill the gap, what would be a gap here by pushing something down into it. But to do that, I would have had to have it be lower here, And, oh, there would also have to be something here. Well, this is now a 5 wide gap. It's just about something we could cover off with our text and stuff. Oh, wait, hang on. Is there any... Can I do something weird like... Wait. Okay, there might be a way to do this if... I don't know if it's retrievable. Like, if the text is retrievable this way, but if I do something like this and then go here, it grows one out and then I can flee the cardinal direction, right? So we can, you know, de facto grow more grass this way, right? I don't know if that's anything. Because we're losing one piece of text every time I do this. So it's as though I just had to use that piece of text to plug up the gap anyway. It feels like there should be like 1,000 ways to do this and I'm not thinking of them. I don't know why this one is here though. It doesn't need to be there. That should not be. Oh, if I'm doing this, will this grow upward? No, not the way I was expecting. All right, this rock here is not where it needs to be. I'm fairly confident of that. I'm just not sure how yet. This does achieve something, but not enough, really. Yeah, so to do that thing I was just doing where it grows like outward, there needs to already be like a ridge, and there's no longer a way to create one here because any spot I go here, I am at a cardinal direction from one of the hedges. So there would have already had to have been a ridge of some kind. How I would organize that, I'm not sure. Oh, maybe you do one rock down here so you can go up and around it? Like, I guess it'd have to be a little higher. Like here, so that I can go up and create... well, I don't know why I thought that would help. Although this is interesting. This does change things a little, because I can... If I were to rebuild this... I got sort of rigidly stuck in one way of thinking there, which was not good. If I were to rebuild this... I guess we don't necessarily need to push the rocks anymore. Well, I still need this one to be where it is, I guess. Okay, sorry, so let me just see what happens if I'm doing this and going... Okay, we end up with that, which we can't have. No, that's fine, as long as this one here was full. So wait, why wasn't it? Oh, okay, hang on. So if we get back further such that... this isn't feeling right because I feel like I'm not using the rocks to their potential yet, but if I did this... wait, what did I just do? That was so brilliant? It was that I did... this. Oh, wait, that's fine. Oh, so it's like 8 trillion times simpler than I was thinking. Okay, so I don't know why I thought I would have to, like, build it backwards, and I didn't even have to use all the rocks or anything. Okay, that's weird. That was a situation where I just assumed it was complex because of how many tools they gave me. But I didn't actually need to use... I only needed the one rock in the end, right? Maybe? And didn't need to use the text or break it at all? Okay, I way overcomplicated that anyway. Jeez, that took me like a half hour. Mutual feelings. Meta 8. Oh, well, this is interesting. A very tiny level, and it's got a level is, as you might expect. Love is Tella. Rock is us. Flag is win. Baba is push. So we can teleport between the rocks. Baba is push, so we can do this. Flag is win. So the win is easy. Creating an object, less so. If we need to be able to open one thing, like boosh, and then go through here and open another thing, it sounds like we're going to need another flag before we can take the cursor down to... Oh, I suppose we won't be able to take it as far as stage 14. Well, that doesn't make sense anyway. We go into stage 9 next. So what we'd need is... what? 2 things to push up here, you would think. Or we would need to get this open so that we could say... we get the push down there and say level is push. Yeah, if you brought these all down here, you could sync the flag and then say level is push, and then we could sync the levels to get across the water. So long as we had this to be a flag. So I guess then the next and probably final task of this episode is how do we get level is flag here? Is that simple? Oh, it is simple? Okay, so this is just a cute little stage that also serves numerous purposes, because you could also say level is Baba, maybe with some shenanigans of pushing the flag around and everything. and then saying the flag is Tella. Or I guess if you did Baba is push, you push the Baba somewhere. I don't know. I'm sure the flag is. I'm sure level is flag is not the only thing you can do here. But since we've got that, turns out that's not the final task we're going to be doing this episode because that's actually fairly straightforward. I say we now proceed with the thing I was thinking of, which is we take this flag here, open this door with it, and then using these words, this seems to be the simple next thing they're expecting you to do. Well, quote-unquote simple. We sink a flag into the water here so that we can get... Oh, it's floating. Never mind. Oh, well, that's fine. It's useful in a different way. Oh, ish. There's not much room down here. No, that's fine. We just have to get the flag out. Get the is down here and push it as far as we can without sinking into the water ourselves, and then just use the flag to help... Flag word to help it along. Get this level is push, so we can... Oh... I don't have another flag to open this, door with. Hang on. I suppose... Would I need to change this level here back into Bava? The flag that I'm pushing around? No, it would have to be... Oh, interesting. Okay. Level is push feels right, because you could certainly do this with... First, let me just make sure that all the ones that are... that I have not transmogrified into anything can't be transmogrified into anything. Like there's no level is in here. Or here. Or here. Or here. And the answer is no. Or yes, there isn't. So the cursor can move freely between the rooms so long as there's a Baba to sort of ferry it. So it doesn't really matter where the cursor spawns, so to speak, when we return to map. So there would either need to be another thing that we can move on this side, which I don't think there can be because we said it isn't anything. So that we could push this flag with said movable character here and then do that thing I was just setting up. Or there needs to be a third... Basically, if there are just two flags that are the thing that is going to open stuff, we can only open this door, and they are the most imperative doors, and we have to find some other way to navigate this door, like already have someone in here or whatever. If there is a way to create a third flag, we only need one Baba, because we can do flag 1, flag 2, flag 3. Since I'm pretty sure these are the only... Well, these are the only 3 things, though, aren't they? So we've got the and open is sort of stuck, but the is push is fairly open. And given the numbering of these, I think we are meant to try and do the sinking the water next. That is like where this ends up. So with all the stuff we have before us, how do we do the level is push thing and then get as far as here so that we can push these levels into the water to sink them to get us as far as 9? Because once we do that, the Baba respawns in here. I presume completing stage 9 will give it a path to here so that the cursor can get back. It'll be easier to get back, in short, probably. One of these might even turn into a Baba or something, and then that'll help us with the rest of it. So it's even if we destroy some levels, it's fine. Also, since these levels don't have a level is, we probably don't need to revisit them anyway. I was just thinking because it'll be hard to get the cursor through this wall if this level isn't here, but it respawns when you leave it anyway, is the point. Everything sets back to how it was, except for whatever levels have been changed from within. Okay, is there some... Okay, so what is... let me not get too ahead of myself. What else can mutual feelings become? This world can become a Baba. Is it helpful to have 2 Babas in that way? Not obviously, because if this one can't open these, and it's not as though I could get these words out. I think there will be some of that later, because there's this little indent here that looks like you're meant to like put a word in there, like do some kind of cross shenanigans like this. But as it stands, it's very clearly laid out. This is such a tight thing that you don't have room to say like ghost is flag or whatever. There's no room to put that here. We could say ghost is open, and if we had a ghost, that would be awesome. Well, not really, because it can't be pushed, so... Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Mutual feelings can become a flag. It can become a Baba. How would I make it love or rock just so I know? I'm pretty sure there is a way with all the Tella shenanigans. Baba loves the flag. Fair. I think you push the Baba somewhere, like here, and then you make it so that Baba is Tella. Oh no, that doesn't really make sense. I was gonna say, because then, if it's also Tella, then anything that's on here is gonna randomly go between the 3 of them. Oh no, it only teleports you between... 2 things that are Tella and the same object. I didn't know that. Okay. Regardless, it wouldn't help anyway. All that would help us do is put a word after level is, which we could already do. The problem is, how do we get these words out of the corner or the word level out of the corner? Is there a way? Actually, I'm starting to doubt all of a sudden. But you have to assume the Tella lets you do that somehow. Regardless, if I could make it love or rock, how would that help? Do those words show up here in any capacity at all? No. Okay, so I'm thinking about that wrong anyway. In that case, actually, the only things are worth doing are level is Baba or level is flag, in which case this is all just cute and not puzzle pertinent. So this is either a Baba or a flag. Can stage 5 be a flag? I forget, but I feel like, yeah. Avalanche. No. Seemingly not. I can do level as Baba, which it already is. And actually, that's all. So this one isn't changing. This one is going to be a Baba, which is why we were able to do this one off of. But this one was also able to be Baba. That's a much harder thing to do, and seems like it's no longer necessary because having another Baba here does not appear to help. What it feels more like is we need more flags than more Babas. Well, I mean, you could use Babas for the water. Yeah, you can use anything to sink. Stuff that you push or the stuff that you are. But I'm assuming it's going to be levels because that's the next thing we have access to after doing stage 8, seemingly. And if between these 3 objects, whether it's a Baba and 2 flags or 2 Babas and a flag, that's not enough objects to open this door, open this door, open this door, and sink these 2. You would need 5 extraneous objects, and we have at most 2 or less. Something. The point is that's not right. So working backwards from it, if we simply just from here, if it must come to pass that level is push to do this stuff. Oh. Wait a minute. Okay, no, that's not the problem at hand. I was gonna say we can use this text to sink. Oh, right, no, we can't use the text to sink. It's float. That's right. That's the whole thing. Okay, sorry. That makes that easier to think about because I don't have to. Working backwards from it. If I'm getting Baba and the cursor here, they came through because the water was sunk into because I pushed these 2 levels into it after making level is push here, which means this one has to open. 2 Babas is not helping me at the moment, so let me put this thing back to being a flag. Baba and the flag. A bond of Sola's time. So with 2 flags now, I'm pretty sure something has to open this one. Hang on, just to be clear, I can't, like, offload, if there's text above me, I can't put the cursor onto it, right? No. It would have to be something that is you. Or clearly a level, I think. I'm starting to think maybe I'm thinking ahead, and this is not the thing that we're supposed to do to get access to stage 9. It seems like it would work, because if you had level is pushed, then there are 2 levels primed right here for you to sink into this water, but starting from here... Because those 2, this one certainly has to be open. This one probably has to be open. But the only reason I needed to use 2 to get this one open is because I used the first one on this, which all I did was get me 1 more flag. So at this point, if Baba is by themselves, I cannot use text to sink the water because it floats above the water like this. There's nothing else I could get up there as it stands, such that the cursor could, like, get out from here now. What happens if the cursor is on Baba when it goes in the water? It also sinks, huh? Interesting. Also interesting that even though there's nothing that is me now, it's not giving me the void noises. I guess it just doesn't do that on the world map. Okay, so I have to use a flag to open this door. I think that's non-negotiable. I don't have any other word I could say is open. I'm a fool. The whole time I was a fool. No, I'm not as much of a fool as I thought. I was gonna say I could just say level is open this whole time, but I can't get the open out of here, so that's not true. And I don't think I can get the level out of here, where it is in the corner. It does kind of feel like I'm supposed to do something with this next. I'm not getting as far as the 14, I don't think. I would have to have an object in there, because just doing this, it just doesn't get far enough. So we're either dealing with this thing, or we're using one of the flags to go up here, and somehow with all this, we can fill this water. One way or another, if you trust the numbers they're leading us to, which I do, we have to get through this water next. I don't think you're getting an object through here. I don't think you're getting an object over here that is movable without sinking the water. So you have to sink the water. Okay, so again, I'm just back here. We're sinking the water because I pushed these levels into it because level is pushed. That's the only thing I can see, which means that we opened this door to set that up, which means that I had to use a flag on this one, which means this one's closed, which means we need something that is open. Level is flag will make this entire thing into a flag. Well, what the hell? What could go wrong? Let's try it. So we start by putting the is here. I'm pretty sure at this, what's going to happen is that we're going to go out of this thing and see a flag on all other worlds where you would be able to see this, rather than these things turning into flags. Cool as that would be. Oh, we've also got level is level right here, of course, so we can't change what level is. That makes sense. Well, saves me some time worrying about it. We need something that is pushing open to get this door, unless there's some way to undo this stuff, but I doubt it. I feel like this probably shouldn't be stumping me as much as it is. Of all the stages we can transform, this one is, well, it seems to only be Flag or Baba, but expanding that, it would be Love or Rock, neither of which have any predication here to assume that they would be any use. So essentially it is Baba or Flag. This one seems to just be Baba, maybe Cliff. I don't think so. Yeah, I guess you could get level as Cliff, but again, there's no, ostensibly no reason you would want that here. So this one's Baba. And then this one was Baba or Flag, right? You could get it to be is text, perhaps. How is it we did Flag earlier? We pushed it with the flag being the thing. So you could also say level is text, and then it becomes is the word level, which doesn't help because then you can't get out of this little room. I'm pretty sure that might be helpful if this door was already open, because then you could say level is push and open, and you could use one here, and then if they're also push, you could. You know, am I sure there isn't a way to get this Baba out of here? Because Baba is push and open would be awesome right about now. I'm pretty sure this is a problem no matter which way you go up here. So I don't think that happens, at least not yet. But if we did have, if I did make that third level into the word level is push and open would solve all the problems, because we do this with the flag, and then we have two levels. Well, you'd have to do it with the flag, and then the other one with the flag, and then change it off of flag to be level is push and open, and then use these two levels. Oh, wait, yeah, why can't I do that right now? Oh, well, this one wouldn't be a flag, right? This one would be the word level. So this Baba would be trapped here. If I said that this was a Baba, it doesn't. You need a Baba and a flag on the same side to start with. If it were this one that I could turn into the text, that would be awesome, but it isn't. I'm really curious to do cursor as level, though. Once we find a way to sink this water, if we turn this into the word level and get it through here, get to cursor as level, I wonder what that's like. I guess you probably just, if the cursor turns into a level, you can't do anything else, because you have nothing to select levels with. Alright, now that I'm seeing two different ways to construct level is push, it seems almost like a given that level is push is how we sink these through things of water. So, but I'm seeing there are two ways to build that. Although realistically, I don't see how this... If I had two Babas, and I could say Baba is push and open, that would be dope, because then this Baba that I'm moving could be Baba, and open the door for the other one by just running into it, and this flag would be the word level, at which point we could get level back out there, and then use one of these levels to open the door. You know what, it is actually set up kind of specifically that we have 3 levels available. It almost sounds like that's the right thing, is open this door with one of these 3 objects, one of them is Baba, and one of them becomes the word level, and then you say that level is push and open, and then you use one level to open the door, and then the other 2 to sink the water. That fits so cleanly that I'm like, that's gotta be it. Which means, at some point at least, this one becomes the word level. I guess before you smash it. So it has to be that already. I think. Baba, it's not like Baba is word or something, so I could just leave a Baba here and get the Baba is push and open statement. I'm sort of hesitant to do this because I don't like the idea of like doing this and then having to set it back to the flag because I realize it's the wrong thing. But let me just say level is text here just because I haven't done it yet. Oh, actually that I can't, can I? Because, well, there's probably a way, but I can't do it the same way I did flag because that that was contingent upon flag being shift. Slash, I can maybe just put flag here and leave it as shift then, and it'll be fine. Such as if I were to get the flag. Oops, sorry, can't do it like that. Get the flag here, and then there. And then I were to put text as far forward as I could. And we did the same thing as before, basically, where we put flag as shift way at the back. I guess it doesn't have to literally be at the back, but no, maybe it ought to be. Can we get text far enough? This is cool. I see. Sorry, it shouldn't. The flag shouldn't be there. It should be there. Slash there. Because that's as far as I can go. Like this. Yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, it's a little. The process is a little different, but it's not hard. Anyway, is the point. Because we can now do this and this, and we get the level word up here, which feels right to a point, except this doesn't open the thing, so there's no way for these Babas to get out of their situation. And it's not like I can put level across the cursor, across the wall just because the cursor stuff is there. The cursor can move across it, but we need at least one thing that the... At this stage, if we turn it back to flag, this Baba cannot access it and the cursor can't push it or anything. It really does feel like there should be two objects on this side. But no, well, no, if there were two... If there was a Baba here, and this was a flag, and so you would bang, bang... Yeah, if this was... Oh, this should be a flag then? And you open this with one flag, this with the other flag, set up your level as push thing. No, but okay, right, because then his level isn't open, so you can't get through this last one. Which is why it seems more like use one flag to this, and then you have the word level, and it's just the word level and Baba is all that's left, until you put level up here, and then you have three things that are syncable and open doors. 1, 2, 3. That feels so right, but it implies that you have a way to manipulate a thing that opens doors with whoever you're moving. So it seems like Baba should be pushed into open, or you know, at least, or open. Or there should be a flag on the same side as the Baba, but this level keyword to do level is push and open, and then 1, 2, 3 for 1, 2, 3. That feels so incredibly right to me. But how? How? The only reason I can think I would want this one to be a flag is if nothing that is you starts out in this like section. This is only useful as a flag if you come through here as Baba by having opened this, which I seem to only be able to do if this one's a flag, in which case we lose the entire plan. Which suggests that this one should be Baba, but now I have no flags with which to open doors at all, which suggests that it should be Baba that should be the thing that opens doors. It almost feels like this slot here is for this word ghost. Obviously, this is way in the future. If you were here, and this was open, and all of this was opened up, you could push it out. You could feasibly push it out around through here, and then go loop around, push it down, and then push it right, and then down, and then left, and then up and through here, so that you could do is push at the same time as something else is pushing open. That kind of thing, just so I can set in my mind that I think that's what this notch is about, so I think I don't have to worry about that for now. Unless it's for multiple things. Mutual Feelings is level 8, right? I didn't miss a level somehow? Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, if I could get it to be level rock, is there anything that a featureless entity helps with here? I don't really think so. If you wanted to use them to sync this, that's not the problem at the moment. You would need their word as well. The words love and rock do not appear here. Alright, I have now hit the point trying to solve this where I'm like, this should not be this hard. I'm missing something that I've already thought to try, and then I just didn't follow the thought out, or I followed it out incorrectly, or I'm missing an obvious plan that should work for this. I thought that these 3 levels would be push and open so that they could open this door and sync these 2 things. Primarily because it looked like it would be really satisfying. If that is the case, the word level needs to come through here, so this door does need to be open. Full stop. As far as the word open, the only references we have to it are that cursor is not open, and that at the moment flag is open. And if there are no other words at the moment, because we can't get these 2 out, and we're trying to get level into there, and it's not like either of these has the word right, which I've also been told does not appear here. Kindly in the comments. Was I told that it does not appear in this world because those levels that involved it were patched in later or something? Anyway, regardless, that would suggest that what does that is a flag, because there's no ghost yet, so even if I did this to say ghost is open, that is in name only, because it will not be doing any of that without existing. So that's my primary catch-22. It seems like we need a flag to open this door to get the level through here, which can't be here if we have a flag for this Baba to use. It has to be 2 Babas, right? Because what is the function of this being a Baba if you're going to have this be a Baba and this be a flag and open this? You would surely want this one to be a flag then, so you'd have another flag when you came through instead of 2 Babas who have no way to unlock anything. Maybe I guess it could be useful for later to have this number of Babas, but now it's seeming like Baba is open should happen. This is tricky because it's not one solve. This world, setting aside even the levels, is comprised of like 14 puzzles. Well, okay, more like probably 7 or 8 puzzles like stitched together that you're supposed to do in between the level blocks. So I can't tell at a glance easily which ones are relevant to the puzzle I'm currently trying to do, which is get through this water. It could be that these are involved. It could be that they aren't. I'm going to assume they aren't because there is no meaningful way to interact with them from this angle as it is. I think this is another one where I just gotta look at it. Stop and look at it for a while. Okay, actually, you know what I should do? Ask myself, if this were a flag or a baba, what would that gain me? If it were a flag, that lets this baba get out of here easily, at which point we do nothing unless baba is open. But if we could do that, then that we would have done the other thing. If this is a flag and this is a flag, we open this, and then we use the other flag to open this so that we can do the level is push thing, but we can't get through this door. So that's that. Cursor can't push stuff, right? No, surely not. We already tried, we already saw. Because it goes over top of levels, of course. And it's not you, as such. So if these are both flags... Right, so this one... It has to be Baba, right? There was no other way it could be, we decided? So this one is going to stay Baba in perpetuity, we imagine. So we're only changing this to a flag or... Sorry. Could this one also be Baba? Yeah, this to a flag or Baba, or this to a flag. So if this thing can be 3 things and this can be 2 things, then we have 6 configurations, right? This one's a Baba and this one is level flag or Baba. This one's a flag and this one is level flag or Baba. So examining each of those 6 possibilities. Level and flag. It seems like we would need another Baba on this side. Is there something that level is push lets us do before this is open? Like, could putting levels up in around here do anything? It doesn't feel like it. I could not, on one of these ones that I've transformed, even if there were to, the words level, say level is level, to get it back to being one of these little square tiles that indicates a level. So forever, there are only these 3 levels to push, if you're not in here. And maybe this one later, but in terms of the stuff that's in this big structure. Because you can't push this, can't push this, can't push this, can't push this, can't push this. So being able to push these levels with this level keyword, which is the only thing I can think to do with it also at the moment, except cursor's level later, cannot get you through here because you'd have to open this, 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 and this. And if you have Baba and a level, you have at most 1 flag at your disposal. And maybe if you got the Babas to be opened somehow. Yeah, I guess if you've got the Babas to be opened somehow, then open... well, no, then you still need Baba to move with. Right, okay, never mind. So you're only opening 1, and then it's like, these are the levels, 4, 6, and 7. Go 1, 2, 3. You don't have anything else to open this door with. So that comes later, and is clearly not what this is for. Assuming that this, turning this into level is for anything, which maybe it isn't. But it feels so specifically like it could be. Well, you know what, by that same token though, if I'm thinking that level is push is only for getting to 9, because it doesn't seem like it would help you get to 11, well, maybe we'll find something else in here that will make it more obvious. But, and maybe this will still be useful for a later one, but if I'm right that at the moment level is push, the only function of that is to get you as far as stage 9, that would mean this part here isn't for later. That's for right now, so we should have 2 flags. In other words. That's... I'm trying to think ahead, because if I can say that level is push is the only thing you'd want to do with this... Oh, which, by the way, I could just do it with this level. I don't know why I was trying to do it with that one earlier. Then the only reason you would do that is if this door was already open. But that would mean both Babas... Either you had 3 flags, or 3 opening things, or each of these Babas had 1. So one could open this door, the other one could open this door, and they would work together. That is not the situation as it presented us. Neither of those is true. Why is this tripping me up so bad? Okay, well, I know why part of it is. Part of it is because I am being pulled in 2 different directions by one level is push and the other level is push. One of them is, I feel fairly confident in saying simpler to do than the others, in that we've actually done it successfully. So I should probably get back to that to start with, as to re-remember how to do this every time. Thankfully, it's a lot simpler than when I did it with Baba. And this one be flag also. Start with that. We'll worry about the other situations later. It doesn't make any sense for Baba to there to be a Baba alone in here. I think this is the only thing that is forward progress at the moment. So I should just focus on that idea What does that suggest to us? Well, naturally, it suggests that we want to do level is push down here, which can be done in several ways easier than the way I did it before. Don't know what this block here is for. What precisely that allows you to do. You could even just cover this entrance off by doing level is push like this. We can push these around. So that's something, but what then? Can't push these through here. Can't push the door through. We can push the 7 around. There's nowhere that a level blocks us off like a wall here. So this is where it feels like it should be level is push and open, so we go bang, and then sink the other 2 here. Having level is push would be awesome right now, but I can no longer do it because I can't get through here. Oh, I can't tell if I'm real close or real far from the answer. Water is sink is up there, so I can't change that. What is the purpose of the water being here? You would think it's to make it harder to put an is something statement here. It's not at the moment, because you could just set it up on this level, or this way, or just do the thing we did when push with one extra word to make it back here. So that would suggest that at some point you're going to use both, because why would you ever use the back one? Or that somehow this water being here would let you get level out? I don't see how it would. If you could get one of these level words out, that would obviously be outrageously useful to then do level as push and open, as I've been attempting to. Come on, Admiral. I know you can figure this one out. Probably. Were those the only 3 things that could be made out of this one? Level is text, level is flag. Baba. I don't see anything else it could be. Text, flag, or Baba. Pretty sure. My brain's doing a heckin' turn to jelly. I think at the moment, push and open is the only way something opens. There's no U and open, which means it's not Baba is U and push and open. So it's a flag or a level that opens this door. What is the function of stage 8? If not the second flag that you use to do that. It being a Baba does not help us right now. It would at most give you one more thing to sink when we got through here. If we could use this flag to open the door first so that we could still use level for level is push and open, that would be exquisite. Because what I want is this door open and level is push and open. Personally, that's what I want. I don't think that's necessarily what we need. Is there some way to get another flag to do this? And this. Because of what I was saying before about this entire world map we're looking at is technically like 8 little puzzles stitched together. What that means is what I'm dealing with right now is a little puzzle. It's a little puzzle. We'd change 1 or 2 things once or twice, and then we go. It might get way complicated by the time we're getting as far as these 3 and over here, but that's later problem. That's later problem in a big way. I don't understand how you would get to this one at a point, though, without... but it's a later problem. Okay. All I need to think about is this. I'm pretty sure. That's all that I need to concern myself with. And the configuration of these 2. And am I sure there's no level is to be done here? Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, wait. You're not going to tell me that this, because it says level on it, would count, are you? I guess I don't really have any other words to use, because I can't do this. That would be diabolical if I was supposed to say that map is Baba and then do all the stuff as that level is pushed, that the Baba like pushes through here. It actually wouldn't let us sink this water, but it would get us to the 9 in a different way. So I'm pretty sure it's not that, because I'm fairly sure we sink the water in the end of this. It also, it can't be that because I say it can't be that. I guess I was going to say it can't be that because if you had been able to make this Baba earlier, you would have like sequence broken and gone all the way here first, but that's not true because you would have to get this far before you can do level is push anyway. So it wouldn't necessarily sequence broke you. Wait, am I certain there's no way to level is this situation? I mean, I'm fairly sure. Have we had an instance yet where we made an entire world into an is something? Yeah, I think we did. We made this into something, didn't we? Level is grass is what we did, right? And crucially, it doesn't. It only does that for the one that return to map would take you to. In this case, oh wait a minute. Yeah, no, return to map doesn't take you anywhere from here, so it wouldn't do anything to make this map into an is something. Okay. forget it, or if anything, you would expect it would, like solving it does, take you up to this one. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing something stupid and easy. Some reason that I can have Baba and level, and this magically opens the door. But it has to be one of those two things, right? Level is push and open, or level is push. One of those two is right. It's like there should be another Baba here. I didn't realize if level was push, you could push the whole thing along like this. That's fun. But it's weird, because it's only if you're touching just the wall. You can't push it through something else like this. I was just thinking of what else I could make. Since this is the most recent level, it wouldn't be outrageous to assume that this is where I've got something wrong. But in terms of what you can make level is, it does seem like it's at most these 4 things, but probably just these 2 things of flag and Baba. Of course, if we could do level as text here, it would be all too simple. And therein, we imagine, lies the puzzle. Because if this was flag, if this was level, you could go through here and then say level is push and open, and then all our dreams would come true. But it's not so simple to get that far with this configuration. So I was wondering if maybe there was another one of those things where it's like the hidden keyword. I imagine that's mostly just for that situation with the orb, but if there was a text keyword in here that was hidden, I could make more rocks. It's kind of fun. Oh, I just noticed something else interesting. Although it's, again, not relevant till later. If this is 11, and this were 12, and this were 13, and this were 14, this wouldn't be right. So it's probably more like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17? But hard to say. You wouldn't really think that, unless Win somehow does some weird stuff, you wouldn't think that getting through here would make it easier to get to this one. So that would be well and truly odd. But anyway, back to thinking. And can be a helpful keyword for getting more than one thing. I can't get out of there, though. If I could get the and out, well, if I could get the and open and out. I mean, if my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. About what I was saying before about something you transmogrified will never become back to a level. I guess it could be if you did, like, flag as level. This would go back to being a normal level. It doesn't have a huge bearing on my thoughts at the moment, though. I'm thinking I'm being ridiculous. There's no way if you can turn 8 into a flag, and then that allows you to immediately do this and access the words level, that's not important. So it's gotta stop. I gotta stop changing what level 3 is. It's a flag, okay? I'm pretty confident about that. The level keyword happens later or never. It might have just been a byproduct that, I guess they could have said level is not text if they didn't want you to do it, but I'm pretty sure this is so much progress. I mean, if this one isn't a flag, setting aside the cursor, the Baba I'm controlling can't do anything, and nor could the one that could be here. So that's ridiculous, to keep messing around without that first flag. I think. The water isn't here to help me sync something, is it? What would I choose? Nothing. Oh, very interesting. If you push a level through like this, the walls don't change. If you back through, they do that. Weird. I think it's just a visual thing, but interesting to note. I was wondering why it looked like Baba's eye had disappeared. It's because I'm on the white dotted line. Something I didn't consider until just now is the benefit of 2 Babas over here. I don't know what it is exactly, if anything. I guess, like, you can move 2 things at once, but does that help you with any of this? I don't think so. If you had 3, obviously that would be a different story. But that seems to be for later to get to here. I guess that's what this ring is for, is to make it easier to space them out. For when you do get to doing 3 of them, to move this and do this. Oh my god. You remember how earlier I was saying, that's what Tell is about in this place? I figured it out. Yeah, earlier I was saying, if you get 2 things, something is two things, you get two things. Just bear with me a second. Okay, I think what we have to do is say that get Flag and Baba to be. So Flag is Baba. So we get two Babas. Okay. So Baba. Right. Okay. So Flag is Baba. Baba is push. Get one of them just over here. Oh, I'm so thankful I figured this out myself. And I'm fairly sure this is right now. Maybe they need to be closer together. But then we say that Baba is Tella. Wait. But the love is already Tella. So okay. Wait a minute. Never mind. He gets it, maybe? So not this, but get one of the Tella things on the other pair of Tella things? I should have thought there was something I was missing to do here. And yet I didn't. Okay, so that one's going back and forth there. Now we make that not push, and then we get... Oh, the other one, sorry. The other one does still have to be here, though. Because what we're gonna do is get Flag on the same thing as the Baba, and then this one here, and they're gonna teleport and eventually end up on the same spot, Baba and Flag? Or they're there already. I don't know why it's like that, but I'm too tired to process it. I just knew it was right. And then we can do this and we get a Flag. And then we have a Baba with a Flag on either end. So now I should have this one be level. Oh, that was one of the most satisfying Eureka moments in this game. And there have been some satisfying ones, just because of how long that took me and how stuck I was for, like, the majority of it. But how much sense it makes, and it's along the lines of the things I've been thinking. I did even say, like, an hour and a half ago now, I was like, if there was some kind of and situation where I could get something to be is blank and blank, I could get two things. But that couldn't happen. But of course, that's why the Tella is there. I dismissed it as just a cute thing to make the heart sparkly way earlier. All right, what am I doing? Levels text. Oh, at long last. All right, that's what we're calling this episode, because that is all my brain can take today. Also, it's getting a little late having played for this long. Oh, so we shouldn't do it like that. We should just get this all the way to the way. Ooh. Oh, interesting. I guess we just start by giving it some room. Ooh. Didn't mean to do that, but that's unlocked some secret levels, or at least one. Level is push it. Oh, okay, well, I'm glad I tried it because I thought for sure that was going to be a thing, but of course if it's open and there are doors, then it will explode when the doors explode. Oh. Nonetheless, that was clearly the solve to make, so I was wrong about how useful... Oh, wait, well then that means I don't know what to do next, but I'm pretty sure that was the solve to make. Hang on. I'm pretty sure that still basically solves it for us, just I'm tired now and I'm not seeing how. This Baba on the left here cannot not be a Baba, right? It's either that or Flag. Cliff. So it's not like we get the Flag that way. Ah, I see. Okay, I think I got it. So this one, sorry, it shouldn't be level. It should actually also be Flag, as it was, so that we can open this with this one. So it's similar to what I was thinking before, where I was saying it looks like there are perfectly enough levels here to sink the water and open the door. Since level is push and open does not work because it destroys the entire world unless there are no doors, in which case you don't need open. We can do it this way, where we just don't open this door in the middle at all because we have a Baba on either side. That's what I was saying at one point. It feels like you should have two Babas and two Flags. That way we can get just the level as push statement, and then with some difficulty without ruining it. Oh, I guess maybe that's what this water here is for, is to make it easier to sink that Baba, so that's no problem. You can then use these levels to sink this water. And at long last, we can make our way to level 9 next time on Baba Suit, because that's all the time we have for now. Delicate stars. Oh boy. I figured it out. It took a while, but I figured it out. Next week on the channel is going to be some more Persona 3 Portable. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Peace. Oishi! That dessert was delicious. I'm so happy, Urichi. I love the culture of Nihon and Japanese. It's sugoi. Amazing. Yeah, Japan's great. How's your country? Or not really. How's your country? My country is nothing compared to Nihon. Japan is number one. Ichiban. I wish I was born here.